was the observer for your gesture, for your exposure. But I don't know where Pudu is. Perhaps she will come. Okay. One thing that I should tell you, if you are going to report something on TV, as much as possible, don't read. Don't read. You have to put that in your head. But I know because the time is short, you cannot do that. But practice, practice, practice. Because we, the audience, coming from all over the Indonesia, wants to see your face, wants to see your confidence when you are talking or conveying the message to us. So preparation is very important. Even practice is also very important before you convey your message, especially to television. If you broadcast to radio, it doesn't matter because nobody is going to see your face, but your voice matters. Yeah. The second important thing, and I see that some of the groups have done it well, but some of you do not put that as a concern, which is evidence, data. Yeah? Which is evidence, which is data. If you want to convey, if you want to sell your information, you have to give us data. Because the data will show the magnitude of the problem. Even though if the case happens in a small village somewhere in Papua, but if that is very contagious and it's very dangerous, then people will buy it. But if you give about avian influenza, say in Jakarta, and you don't have the evidence, people will just ignore. They will say, it doesn't matter, it doesn't, affect me. So data is very important. If you want to broadcast an information, find the data first. I think 2 groups have mentioned about the data. I think 13 people died, something like that. That is on what? Anthrax? Yeah, so that means the magnitude of the problem. Magnitude of the problem is indicated by several factors. One is the number of the incidents. How many people died? How many people are infected? That is very important. Die and infected is different, right? Die is much more severe than infected. Infected can still be treated, but if you die, then something is very serious happening. So find out incidents and death. That is very important to show the magnitude of the problem. Number 2 is the sensitivity of the issue. How sensitive it is. Yeah? Whether anthrax is such a sensitive issue? Yes, because anthrax deal with what? Cows. And cows deal with what? With economy. People are eating meat, cow meat here. But malaria, deforestation, is that sensitive issue or not? Malaria? Because you are mentioning about deforestation, right? Is it quite sensitive or not? Yes, actually it's yes. And that should be put in the concern of Ministry of Forestry, right? Ministry of Forestry. Number 3 is about the seriousness of the problem, how serious it is. Serious means that some of you put up the district health officers, right? Or the Ministry of Health even. If you put Ministry of Health in the TV, means that it's very serious. Because it comes to the concern of the highest person at the national level. But if you put perhaps one villager or the head of the village or Palura, perhaps you will say, that's only at the village level. So the more you invite the highest people in this country, the more serious it is, okay? But remember, not to make it as the common thing. You have to really put that into concern, because if you invite the Minister of Health, that means it's serious. It concerns nationwide. Yeah? So be remembered. And it's very awkward if you talk about the small case of anthrax in Boyolali, for example, but then you also interview Minister of Health. Boyolali is only one what? District or what? Kabupaten or kecamatan? Kabupaten is district. And then you are calling Minister of Health. It's so awkward, right? So be balanced about the data, and also whom do you wish to be invited to give the information. Okay, small things. As a broadcaster, don't ever use okay. I saw that in some of the TV broadcaster. Tina, you mentioned I'm the news anchor. What is anchor? Anchor. But you don't have to say, because you're sitting there. You don't need to say to people that I'm the news anchor. No. People know that. And why? Because 1 second on the TV broadcasting cost 1 million. So it's very, very costly. So don't use useless words. Yeah? Because I saw in group 3, I'm Tina, I'm no anchor. No, you don't have to say that. And then Sasa also say, okay, I saw some of the okay also from group 1. Okay, don't ever use okay. I still remember Sarah Sehan, when she first became the broadcaster in the TV, she always used, as you know. But no, not anymore. Don't use those kind of things which disturb our attention to the broadcaster. Also on the makeup, I think Alice from group 2, your hair is so messy. Where is Alice? Your hair is so messy. You are a national TV broadcaster. You are from Jakarta. You have to stand strong. That's why if you go to the TV, they have a special makeup artist, because they make you up. Visualization is very important. Visualization. And sometimes you get so nervous in front of the camera. That's why even I like the Sam and also Kak Putih, they put 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sometimes you just speechless because you are put in a lot of lights and everything, and that makes you nervous. So practice. I'm the one who always scared if I'm put in the TV. Scared, really. The other thing is evidence is very important, but I appreciate that all groups, they put the visualization on the screen. That's good. Because if you want to talk about rabies, does everybody knows about rabies? And then I saw the face of a dog, right? That's good. So visualization is very important. But the most important thing, how do you choose the right visualization? That is the most important. And that's why we have a group of journalists who design, who make the news, who make the information. That's why you always have to have a group of designers for information. And that is not easy. That's why Kak Sam asked you about, do you feel that you are confident enough to provide that kind of information? Yes, but you said also because the time is so short, and even short, but you all have a very good show already. Another thing, I like also to say some of the group at the same time, when you give the information, you try to give health education to the audience. I think on the malaria, right? You have to use repellent, and then please avoid dense bushes or whatever. So that is your opportunity to give the audience also a health education. Use that. So it's not only merely to say about the information, what is happening, and what is the case, but also at the same time, with a very short time, give health education. I don't know, Kak Sam whispered to me that, Prof, a lot of jargons. Well, sometimes it's very difficult because some of the clinical words you cannot find in Bahasa Indonesia. So jargons, as less as possible, use jargons. As much as possible, use words that can be easily interpreted and translated by the common people. Because your TV goes down to Papua. Your TV, your broadcasting goes down to Aceh. To Jakarta, there is no problem because we are very much intellectuals. But if it goes to the villages, you really have to think about that. So I think the explanation about the One Health diseases are very much appropriate because you chose malaria, anthrax, avian influenza, and rabies. That's very good because those are the common diseases. And I think those are my comments when I look at your performance today. So hopefully with this, you all learn how to be a TV broadcasters. And then one time perhaps if you have to do this in the real time, in the real life, then at least you already practiced once. So with this, thank you very much. Give applause to everybody. Good evening and have a nice dinner. Have a nice rest. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.